Hello, everybody.
Hello.
My name is Darren.
I'm Graham.
But you have not, and I have seen a film called Edge of 17.
Is it like Edge of Tomorrow in any way?
They keep waking up in the mornings, but in this film it's a different day when they wake up, and they didn't die the night before.
Oh.
And there's no aliens.
Oh.
Or if there is, they look like humans and don't declare themselves aliens. But you can say that of any true.
Yeah.
Of
Well,
any
I think
film.
they're about vampires, to be fair. I reckon most films are
You do think
vampire
most? You
films.
think most of anything is related to
Oh,
vampires?
yeah.
Do you know that if you get stabbed in the heart, you actually have a 1 in 3 chance of survival? So if you want to find out if
So
somebody's a vampire, stab them in the heart.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if they survive, they probably weren't.
Yeah.
But if they don't survive, they
definitely were a vampire.
No, because they could have been that 1 in 3 that survived, that just died. But definitely stab it in the heart. If somebody survives the heart, they definitely weren't a vampire. If they died, they still could have been human. They could have been the unlucky one.
It's not the most surefire test, but it's a start.
Well, it's one way
Because
to find out.
We don't know.
At
how
least
many there
you
are.
can definitely rule people out of being vampires. But you
Post-mortem.
can't. Yeah, well, no, not post-mortem.
Right.
Anyway, what are we talking about?
We
Edge of
should turn to
17.
Ash
So it is a
or
teen
something.
movie. Do you know anything about this? What it's about?
Nothing, in honesty. I really don't know anything
Okay,
about
so
it.
it's about a teen girl played by Hayley Steinfeld, who you might remember from True Grit.
True Grit, the remake.
Yeah, or reimagining, as they would say, or readaptation of the book.
Okay.
Well, the Coen said it was a readaptation of the book, not a remake, but then they included the patch on his eye, which is from the film and not the book.
I was going to say, there's elements from the
Interesting
film.
tidbit. So she plays a young girl. It's basically a teen movie. And she's an outsider, and, basically her best friend, who's her only friend, starts going out with her brother, who she hates.
Ooh.
And it's the chaos that ensues from there.
That's interesting.
Is it? And the film, I think, takes a very interesting way of dealing with the subject. Why do you think it's interesting?
For no reason.
Oh. I have no reason.
I was just relating it to real world things that we are savvy to.
We can't talk about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, you can if you like, just don't use any names.
It's just interesting. So, for instance, if you were to go out with my sister, let's say. No, that's a bad example. I think you have trouble disassociating.
I didn't do a lot of jokes then.
Well, let's think. All right. So let's say you were going out with Jenny.
Okay, I've never met her, so okay.
Okay.
That's your sister, by the
I
way.
haven't seen the film. Why am I proposing this?
I thought you were going to give me an example of something.
Tell me about the film, because I haven't got an example of anything.
Okay, so...
How would it relate, the film?
Well, she disowns them both.
So I would disown them both. You both.
What the fuck? No,
So I'm the Edge of 17 in this film.
No,
in this
no.
iteration.
Okay, so if you're the best friend with the sibling, and I'm the main character...
You're going out with the sibling.
Wait, no. You're the main character.
I'm the main
character. I'm the best
so
friend,
I'm the Edge
and
of
I go out
17.
with your sibling.
Exactly.
You disown me and the sibling.
Yeah.
Unless we stop.
Oh, right, so there's an ultimatum put in place.
There's an absolute ultimatum.
Is that what it's absolutely all about?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. What kind of an ultimatum? Like, does it get
Stop banging each other, or you won't be friends with me.
Is that as kind of plain as it gets? She doesn't like
Pretty
offer
much.
any kind of physical threat or
No, there's no
just emotional
or
trauma.
I'll throw a lawnmower at you when you're asleep or anything.
That's a bit much.
That's what I'd do.
That's a bit much. But you haven't got siblings, so
Thank God.
well, yeah. Be a lot of upset people, wouldn't there?
So it's a very good film, in fact.
Is it though?
Yes.
Because I haven't heard much about it.
So,
This is the first
the
I've heard
things
about
that
it.
you haven't heard about don't necessarily make them bad.
But I've only heard a little bit about it, which I'm saying means the volume of information coming out because of this film
So
isn't.
what
a
makes
lot-
you such a...
No, you're right. I'm not saying I'm like, I'm watching. It's not like I'm staring at the Matrix and just for film news. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
That's what I do.
I know you do. It's just a constant stream of film news.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I've definitely had other films on the
That's fine.
respective horizon.
Well, I'm telling you that I've seen it and it's good.
Okay.
I have more knowledge of this film than...
What kind of reviews is it getting in magazines?
4 stars, yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the embargo has just been lifted for Star Wars, hasn't it? And that's been getting all high reviews.
Well done for
So
naming
is it-
another film that's
So
been
is it
reviewed.
going to be high, like as good as Star
What's
Wars?
it got to do with
I'm very
Star
excited
Wars?
about Star Wars.
Me
so, like,
too.
My point
Let's
is,
talk about Star Wars.
okay,
No, I'll tell you what this film does that I think was really interesting.
Go on, because we haven't talked about the film.
It's got a voiceover.
What?
and
What? Tell me about it. Tell me about it
I'm
first.
literally doing
There's
that.
an ultimatum
Yeah.
about. Yeah. Okay. Go on. Go
Yeah. So her brother's like a jock, and she hates him because he's perfect, and everyone loves him, and
Oh.
he shows her up all the time by being really good. And you look at him and you go, I fucking hate you.
Smug bastard.
Yeah, you are perfect. I want to punch you in the face.
Yeah, just ruin something about you.
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted to ruin something beautiful.
Yeah.
Destroy us.
It took me a second to work out who he was as well, and he's the jock who's the main character in Everybody Wants Some.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a few jocks in that.
The main one.
The main jock.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And I thought, oh, that's interesting that his first film subverted what a jock is, and his second film reinforced it.
Yeah.
And
Typecast now.
yeah, and so basically, like, you know, so you hate him because, you know, of that reason.
He's got a smug aura.
Yeah, and then the girl, when they, you know, she finds out, when Hailee Steinfeld finds out about her best friend and her brother and what they're up to, she, like, reacts in a way you'd imagine she does. And then there's a few times she says a thing or something, and you go like, it's a bit much.
Oh, right, really?
Yeah, like, there's at one point where, like, she
was a
tells a
bit far.
story, and you think, like, God, I wouldn't have said that. You know, you're kind of at that. And then slowly but surely I realised that she's a fucking bitch. And then I thought, like, and the brother's actually a really nice guy, and the best friend is a nice person, and they're doing the best they can with the circumstances.
All right.
Yeah, it was like a weird realisation. I was thinking, the only reason that I think I hated him was because of what she said about, you know, that she hates him and she's the main character.
Yeah.
And he just looks like a dick. But actually he's a really nice guy. And so that was why I thought it was interesting, because it sets that thing up. It's a teen movie, teen comedy, mostly. And so you've got your preconceptions of what it's going to be. And then slowly it kind of shows you a different film. But you have to kind of slowly realise it.
That's interesting. It's interesting because you are yourself on the edge of 17.
I wish I was on the edge of 17. I haven't been on the edge of 17 for 11 years.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is, as a kid, you have all these preconceptions and stuff, but then as you get older and you kind of mature and stuff, you change your perspective.
Yeah, and she's not a bad... Well, I say she's a bitch. Her biggest problem is that she can't pull her own head up her ass. You know, to see the world. She doesn't realise the world doesn't revolve around her.
That's a teenager, then.
Isn't it? But at the same time, she is definitely being a bitch.
Well, that's
I'm not saying she is a bitch, but she's... Yeah, but it's unusual for the main character to be the bitch.
Yeah, definitely.
In a teen movie, especially.
This is why I like certain bully type characters who turn out not to be bullies in
like
films.
Who?
Well, I'm thinking of
Darth Vader.
He's a bit of a bully, isn't he?
Is he though?
Well,
what's so bad about the Empire? Tell me.
Literally, they dress in black. What? So
well,
you just
what do
got
they do?
preconceptions.
Okay, they took power by force and killed a lot of Jedi. Yeah.
Yes. Well, they killed the Jedi. Let's say that.
But what do they do? What policies did the Empire have?
I mean, they did explode that planet.
Why though? Because it was rebelling against what? My point
Civil
is,
disobedience is still disobedience.
Well, I haven't seen Rogue One yet, but 7 films in, I don't know the policies of the Empire.
No.
What are their
Well,
problems?
yeah, but no, but you in the
why are they so? Let's just go. Okay, the Empire. Yeah, you're in charge. What's changed?
So you want all the extras for all the
I just
Imperial...
I would just like to know what their policies are. Anyway, so back to Edge of 17.
Okay.
What was your question? I'll tell you who's amazing in this film.
Oh, sorry, bullies.
Oh, yeah. So what? Yeah, give me an example.
So, in Napoleon Dynamite...
Okay, I don't know that film too well. I watched it once about 10 years ago and once in Amsterdam, and I have no memory of either.
Well, right, yeah. Right. Well, the main antagonist is, I guess it's his uncle Rico, but in school there's the girl who's trying to be the, class president or, whatever, and her boyfriend who's a jock.
Right.
But the thing is, he never, ever actually bullies Napoleon.
Yeah.
Never.
No.
Never, ever, never. There's another
Never,
guy
ever,
who kicks his tater tots out of his pocket and stuff.
But do you ever assume he is the bully?
Yeah, he has that look about him, and he kind of laughs at Napoleon because he's doing silly things and stuff.
Yeah.
And you assume because he's the class president's boyfriend and he's into sport and all that.
Well, it sounds like the same thing as this.
Exactly, you assume he's going to be kind of mean and stuff, but he never actually reaches the point.
This, then?
And in fact, Napoleon says, "Can I have one of those badges?" And he just walks over and gives him one.
Oh,
lets him have it.
I vaguely remember that.
And then Napoleon launches it across the room and is like, "You're the dick."
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's the same.
Yeah, it is the same. Same.
So Woody Harrelson is amazing in this film.
He's in this.
He's phenomenal.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
He's coming up in Rise of the Planet. No, what is it?
War of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah, in like a year. But Woody Harrelson's doing really well. I think he's coming into.
Is he having his own reconnaissance?
Yeah, except he was never as bad as Matthew McConaughey because Matthew McConaughey was in fucking shitty rom-coms that nobody's like Fool's Gold. Whereas Woody Harrelson was in Natural Born Killers.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing is that Woody Harrelson used to play nutters, and now he plays crazy mentors and everything. Because he's the blunt mentor in Zombieland, all of the Hunger Games movies, and now this.
Yeah.
He's basically the mentor, but the one who calls it on its shit.
Yeah.
Because in this film, the film starts with Hailee Steinfeld running into his office crying, going, "I'm going to kill myself."
What character does he play?
He plays the teacher.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So she goes, I'm going to kill myself. And he goes, that's funny because I was just writing my own suicide note. Dear world, I keep getting interrupted by some annoying students. That's basically, that's who he's playing the dickish mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who actually might secretly like her, as we find out as the film goes on. Not in a sexy way.
Oh.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
Anyway, so it's a good film. Check it out.
Oh, right. Oh. How many stars?
4 out of 5.
Enjoy.
Thanks. Bye.